Alright, chat. This deck was tagged as Esper Reanimator. And it looks like we've got a bunch of different bomb diggities here at the top end of our curve, along with a bunch of different 5-mana ways to bring things back into play, as well as some 4-mana ways as well. We've got a bunch of cheap interactive bits down here at the bottom in lovely Esper colors. Let's pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Would like to call out the Genshin Impact ticker in the corner of the screen. They're our mobile game sponsor for the week. You enjoy my content, you want an easy way to support it with just a little bit of your time, check them out on Android or iOS using my link. Get to level Adventure Rank 6. You can get a free sub-gift to the channel. Get to Adventure Rank 8. You can get a 3-month sub-gift to the channel. They're an open-world RPG if you haven't checked them out before. We'll be playing it on stream at the end of today and tomorrow's stream for a couple hours. I've got a way to discard a card and a thing. Oh, we don't have black mana, I guess. I have not played Genshin before. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just haven't had time to get around to it. So actually, a little excited when they offered me some dollar dues to play. The promo to support my content needs to be completed on specifically Android or iOS, but after you hit the Adventuring 6 or 8 to support the stuff, if you're going to keep playing, you can link your account and then continue on PC or PlayStation as well. It is cross-platform and accounts transfer. Mono blue. Deck the halls with balls of Ascendant Spirit. La 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 la. You could say our opponent is no longer clueless, chat. Yeah, Black Source decks turn real bad. I saw our first match with the new Uncourt. I mean, we played Red-Black for like 90 minutes. Oh, that's a neat one. It's a kind of fatty that discards itself and gives us card selection. I can dig it. Hey, what's going on, Audie? Make sure you got a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for the entire year. Switching to Esper, immediately have mana problems. Yep. Like, some things are true across all formats. Okay, so I assume our first piece of reanimation is not going to resolve. I think I'm going to lead on Atris here. This is a deck list from one of their tournaments, so I don't know if that's the same as the spotlighted one or different. They seem to be holding up counter spells, so I'm actually just gonna like keep playing out these value creatures for the time being, and like maybe we could line up a double reanimate on turn 8 if they're not putting pressure into play. Because, like, they're not playing creatures out, right? So their hand must just be a bunch of, like, counters and stuff. We can also potentially find a counter spell of theirs here with Gonti. We're kind of just winning this race at the moment too, right? This one doesn't resolve, right? They've been sitting on counters. This is the first one to eat it. Ooh. I found a piece of candy. They're down to one card here? Oh gosh, it's alright, are we done here? Alright, we're done here. Got it. Good shit, good shit. I can bounce the Agent of Treachery here. I'm the bad man. Duh. Everybody for hanging out, checking out some Gladiator today. It's on the Arena client. The queue's free to play in. They also added a bunch of deck recommendations to your client. I believe. Do you need to have the cards inside of the decks they added, or do you automatically get to play with them even if you don't have the cards in your account? How does that work? Does anybody know? Oh, you do need to own them. Okay. I suppose letting you just play with things that you don't own would have been too friendly. You get a boon with... What the hell is a boon? What is a boon and how does it work? Seek 3 non-land permanents, choose 1. Okay. Create 2 black zombie tokens. Neat. Good shit. I think I want to discard Agent of Treachery, right? So we want the blue one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed that Specialized doesn't track my card through zones when they bounce it like this. That feels like how that should work. You're supposed to double spell this turn like Novice into Tainted. Wizards has released a new card battler called Spellslingers. You know, I always thought the Magic the Gathering IP needed a card game that would be accessible to people. It's a fun idea. The Magic characters probably lend themselves really well to being played with cards. What if we try to hook them here? Just takes on the unset being eternal legal. I thrive on Magic players' sodium. It's like the largest part of my personal diet. And eternal players being big mad about being monetized is some delicious salt. I am really looking forward to hearing modern players being upset they are obligated to play Legolas in their modern decks next year. Because I am fully expecting the Lord of the Rings set to be Modern Horizons 3 in terms of power level. Oh yeah, I do have a friend in there. Look at that. I got a friend in there. Do 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 do. Got a friend in there. With this creature enters battle for specialized, conjure a duplicate of a random creature from an opponent's library to your hand. I'll continue attacking here. Oh, I guess they can make the Grifter big enough to smack me. Oh, by the way, chat, because JB and the Illinois Dems continue to kill it in every single way, you can now in Illinois register to receive permanent mail-in ballot registration for the state. There's less than 90 days until the 2022 election this fall, regardless of which state you live in. If you're in the United States, make sure you're registered to vote. Only you can defeat fascism at the ballot box this fall, chat. I believe in you. It's weird to say this, but I already have that in Florida. Yeah! Vote by mail is incredibly secure and has been used for a very long time. Donald Trump and the modern Republican Party have simply taken to attacking it because as it becomes more widespread, more people are able to vote, and more people voting is bad for fascists. So they attack the democratic process at every turn. Yes, there are a number of incredibly red states that have universal vote by mail. Because it's a good thing. Mirror Shell Crab. All right, can we kill them this turn? This has Menace, and this has Menace, right? They only hate vote by mail in blue states and purple states, correct? Because they aren't actually people that believe for or stand in anything. They simply dislike things that are bad for them. What's going on, Vape Lord? Thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. And jam some Snap this afternoon with some crap. I think it's Menace, right? Yeah. So they're dead. Oh, the crab could have countered our land activation. That's a good shout. Our audio did finally cut out here on this game board. So I feel like our decks have been really good so far this morning, so I'm going to give us a little bit of extra audio as a treat here. Get the client restarted. What is a purple state? A purple state, so red and blue typically refers to Democrat or Republican, blue for Democrats and red for Republicans, and purple states are states that could typically vote in either direction depending on the current climate or who's running. Whereas, like, a number of states are considered very blue states or very red states because statewide elections in those states tend to skew in favor of one party or the other by a number of percentage points. How long has the arena audio bug existed for? Going on 6 weeks. I mean, it's existed to some degree for a long time, but it's been as bad as it currently is for going on 6 weeks. One of the things to note about states like Georgia and eventually Texas, hopefully as well, is that a lot of states that are red aren't really red states. They're non-voting states. So if you look at states that are traditionally thought of as firmly red, and then you compare what percentage of the people in that state vote versus what percentage of people could be voting, a lot of them just don't have people showing up. Leave them their cantrips and take their payoff here. This is kind of cute with Dream Trawler, huh? Gives it 3 extra attack if we hold on to it. Yes, states that have low voter turnout have low voter turnout for a variety of reasons, many of which include making it explicitly more difficult for lots of people to vote. Oh, you know, I'm actually going to get to shuffle one of these away, huh? Do I want Thoughtseize? Their deck doesn't look like it has a ton of creatures in it. Maybe I don't want the Swords to Plowshares. I want my lands, though, right? I'm going to put these back. I'm going to put Sheoldred on top of my deck. We'll go land. We'll go Diviner of Fates. Oh, wait, it doesn't shuffle because it's Seek. My boomer brain just assumed we were getting a card out of our deck we were shuffling, but Seek doesn't need to shuffle because digital fanciness. Okay, feeling like we're in a pretty good spot. We hit running lands or a reanimate spell. We're good to go. Game 1 Cling is pretty good against us. Yeah, there's definitely no perfect system of government monolith, but I agree with you. I think the parliamentary system, the way that works, where you don't vote for the president directly, you vote for smaller people in a party, and then the party people elect who's ever in charge, prime minister or whatever it's called, seems much more reasonable. Let's ditch this plow, actually, and try and hit my land drop. Hoping to hit land, draws another 7 drop. I mean, that's just like, or 6 drop, that's just like the Hoaglandia Magic the Gathering experience. All right, I'm gonna keep Atris. It's gonna find us some goodies. Well, if they don't have a sweeper, Mr. Trawler here takes the game over pretty quickly, or an edict, I suppose. All right, at this point, we're going to move off of the topic of elections in chat. Just like I said, remember to get registered to vote if you're in the United States and you're not already. And if you think you're registered to vote, you should check your voter registration status, because voter roll purges are unfortunately something that happen in this country far too often. And remember, if you're in chat and you want an endless place to talk about politics and stuff with other Hoaglandians, there is an Always On Politics channel in the subs Discord server, along with a lot of other fantastic channels to talk about lots of other things. And if you're someone out there who's not in chat because you can't support, remember we've got the sponsored promo right now for Genshin Impact. You can get yourself a free sub gift to the channel by checking out a sweet game. Okay, this is actually kind of gas. We get to Blood for Bone sack this, which then gets back Sheholdred. There's only 3 cards in their bin. So then even if Blood for Bones, like... Okay, and then, like, they Heartless acted Shieldred in response to the Blood for Bones. So now I, like, get to get Shieldred back, and then Junji comes back to my hand? It's a circus of value! For the 38 months, Pino. Appreciate the prime. Only ever seen a cat do that. We mulligan, no white mana. Yeah, this is fine. We have all of our colors. But I think Brainstorm's only like okay without shuffle effects. The rest of these cards seem better. Untapped swamp on one. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas, chat. Opponent is missing their second color here. Take their Doom Blades. So this actually doesn't take anything from our hand currently, right? So I think we just pass here because I don't want them to, I don't want to draw into a card they could take here. The Genshin promo is actually only on mobile, Android and iOS. So once you complete the promo at level 8, if you're enjoying the game and you want to play more, you can link your account up and play fully cross-platform. So, I'm actually gonna lose my graveyard here, which is a little sad. Definitely a little behind not having a bin at the moment. And Tomebound's gonna get eliminated. This is Gladiator we're playing, yes. Punished for not just playing out my 3-4 chat. I almost played out my 3-4 just to start attacking, but I wanted to wait in case they fired this up or played something else out. Sage. This is the Baldur's Gate board. We just haven't been playing any Alchemy or Standard, so we haven't seen it yet. They don't put the new boards into the Historic and Explorer rotation, which is really sad. Alright, do we find action or do we die to this Guardian Idol and 8 more attacks? They are chipping away. I'm chilling for now with the Bind to Secrecy. Because if I draw one more land, I can bond plus this. I was gonna snap this off and stop their card selection, then we can bond next turn even without a land. Or we can open on Gonti and dig for a discard spell off of their deck. Yeah, I really hope at some point Wizards Twitch gives us the ability to email subs at some point again, because I don't do sub surveys super frequently anymore because the sample bias that we get from it, only being able to give it to Discord people, is makes the data much worse. Heard that feature was coming back. A little over a year ago. They told me it was coming back soon. I think I'm just chilling for now. Maybe I should play a second because of spot removal. I do them occasionally, but when I post them, they only go to the Discord server now. Because Twitch took away, people were promoting OnlyFans and Patreons aggressively through Twitch's email service, and rather than just ban the people that were abusing the system doing that, they took the feature away from everyone. Does Jin tap artifacts? It does. They would have tapped it for mana in response there, but you're right. There's a reason. I just didn't realize it tapped artifacts. Thought it only did old creatures. Opponent has decided we have accrued enough value that they are not slugging through it. That Duress card, chat. Cast it and then concede shortly afterwards. Seems not great. This looks great. You have 2 ways to try and get fatties into the bin here, and then a blood for bones to bring them back. February 10th for Hogwarts Legacy. It's a ways out. I thought that was supposed to drop this year. I guess most things get pushed out, though. We're still supposed to get God of War this year, right? That's November. If it meets the current dates. Yeah, that's always the big asterisk, right? Everything goes as planned, then yes. Hey, like when my card selection draws more card selection. Oh yeah, if you're someone that doesn't have a PlayStation and you like single-player story games, the Spider-Man stuff from Insomniac is just like actual S-tier gaming. It's so good. The combat in Spider-Man really makes you feel like Spider-Man. Always choose to champ, especially when I have a loot in play. Sometimes the combat in that game looks like Spider-Man has straight up... No, Spider-Man would never kill anybody. That can't be correct. When you kick them off the side of the building, there are webs down underneath them that catch them and hold them safely until the police get there, chap. Everybody knows that's how it works. To say anything otherwise would be slander. You didn't kill them, gravity did. Actually, I just like don't need the Dark Ritual at this point, right? And deck the halls with Bowels of Valkyrie here. Oh, that's a nice one. So we'll ditch that. And then we'll Blood for Bones the Atris. Bring the Elish back. And then draw the Atris back to our hand. Fun. Alright, chat. The New York Times has just broke an article citing that the polio virus has been detected in wastewater in New York City. So this is your friendly reminder to make sure you and your children are vaccinated so we can stop having diseases that should have been eradicated a long time ago come back because people are stupid. And we're also officially changing the COVID-19 channel on the subs Discord server to simply #plagues instead. Things I shouldn't have to do, but we probably should. Oh yeah, no yeah, the plagues channel topic is COVID, polio, and monkeypox. Get vaccinated. How does a creature deck beat Lady Gaga? I mean, I hope they have a Doomblade, otherwise they don't. So Gonti Bone Charger thing is lethal. Well, I can discard a card too. That's great. I can keep this without blue mana. All of our spells are castable. open with Inquisition here in case they have a creature 2-drop I want to take. Take away their instant speed Doomblade. We're not going to be pressuring their life totals. The 2 life doesn't matter. If we had a blue land, we're in a really good spot. Yeah, I actually don't know if that's the case for myself too, Brass. Does anybody know, was being vaccinated for polio something that was typical for someone in their 30s? Or is this something I should hit? It was, right? That was in the normal set of childhood vaccinations whatever ago. No, the vaccine that left a scar was the smallpox vaccine. For decades. Okay. My children have all of my pediatrician's recommended vaccinations. I literally just sent my wife a message saying we should confirm that, but everything the person that went to medical school recommends my children have. Yeah, medical school. Yes, the Genshin promo is for new accounts, like art. Well, I mean, beggars won't be choosers, I guess, but we'll play out the old Hall of the Storm Giants. I assume they're like holding this for a big threat like this. That's fine. We can always assemble a new one from parts. We have 5-6 mana currently. We spike a land. We can play this. They'll kill it. They'll hit us. So the line is hope the Elish Thorn sticks the second time when we assemble it back. It's sad we don't get the back half of this because the Murderous Rider puts itself on the bottom of my deck. It is what it is. Making 9 here down to 7. Sorry, 10 down to 6. Nope. Okay. Okay, and then late to dinner means that I get to hold up veto / indulgence here, which is great. I get a little bit of little snackage on the side here. They activate veto here, the food keeps us alive. Oh, if they escaped this, I would have died, right? I would have died to the Sentinel Eyes plus activation. Yeah, we need to indulge in the taint and see if we can find us a sweeper. Not looking good for our hero. Bing gets Faithful Mending. None of those are... Sorry, the Meathook Massacre I wanted for Christmas. I believe we have died. No black mana means a mulligan on that one. This is fine. I think I bought him the veto here. This is a blue land. Yeah, if you want a good history on the entire anti-vaccine movement, H-Bomber guy. Is that it? That is YouTube? I think we had the video linked to a command at one point. Really good documentary style, like 2-hour YouTube breakdown. Goes through the origins and history of it. Doing a whole lot of nothing to start here. It seems great for us. Big fan of nothing. We'll cycle the Jhin here. So what really messed it up was capitalism. Life in 2022. Oh, you know what? Let's attack first here, because we could mill something better.
Conquer death, as I will conquer you. I brought back an old friend.
Zombie, 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 hey, hey. This thing has Ward 2 as well? That's so good, shit. Not clueless anymore. Everything's looking up.
My life belongs to me.
Oh, sick. I get to crack the clue, draw the next Jin Emperor, and then we get to diddle the Valkyrie so I can't kill Death Majesty, and we milled an Unburial Rites. Check out these sick beats, chat. I play any paper magic? No, I have 3 kids. I can't afford to play paper magic anymore. Hey, Huevos. Thanks for the 38 months. And yeah, that deck was great. That's definitely one we're going to revisit. A lot of my in-person gaming these days is board games. We play Dice Throne and a bit of Pokemon cards with the boys. Do I want a Jin or do I want a dragon? I think I'll take a dragon. Well, for what it's worth, this format is not a Wizards of the Coast inception. This is something a group of people in the community have been playing for a while, and Wizards stepped up and gave their community format a home in the client for the weekend. That's true. This is a kind of both. I learned is if I don't play paper magic, I get to sleep in my comfy bed with my wife instead of squeezing 3 other large dudes into a hotel. Yeah. Also, speaking of paper magic, did everybody see that the Magic 30 event sold out of all of their really expensive VIP packages in like record time? Just like almost instantaneously. Which made me really chuckle considering how people were complaining they were priced too expensive. I assume the appropriate WotC takeaway will be these things should be more expensive next year. WhaleCon. I mean, like, for people that haven't been to like a music festival or other really large in-person things like that, like the pricing for the VIP things at the Magic 30 event really wasn't that out of line with what you would see in other really big things. It didn't even just sell out, Silence. It like sold out incredibly quickly. No, I believe the top package, what was the top package price? Was it $350? I saw people complaining about a $350 package on my timeline. Was there one that was more expensive than that? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't look. There was one that was 700. Okay. Yes, and those realistically are the people that make wizards have record profits year after year, Oratog. People in their 30s and 40s that are adults with jobs that have, you know, $2,000 and $3,000 commander decks and multiple of those decks at that price tag that look at it and go, okay, there's a reason I'm a tier 3 sub here. Yep. And I appreciate you. Superius Platypus, Hoglandia's latest Shillionaire. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for watching a ton over the last year and more. Let's make sure our trickle-down economy stays in action to make that cheaper for the next Shillionaire. And you can submit a deck to be played if you had something you'd like to see on stream using the form on my site. You're also welcome to hang on to that deck submission until after Standard rotates next month, whichever you'd prefer. And you can also make sure to ping me on the subs Discord to get you added to the Shillionaire channel there. What's going on, No Spoon? Thanks for 19 months. Appreciate the prime. We did not play Fish. We did a different Gladiator deck. It's a temporary format. We'll do some Historic tomorrow. Probably want to keep this in the dark. I'm going to bend the bind to secrecy. See if I regret that. Gladiator as a format seems much better than Brawl. I really didn't enjoy our last couple of Brawl sessions. And the quality of the gameplay inside of the Gladiator queue so far today has been much better than the last couple of times we tried to play Brawl. I think I'm just killing the Savior here before I can threaten to train up and do anything. What is Gladiator? Just 100 cards singleton. Take some bomb boys and girls.
Good news. I've arrived. Death is ever present.
There's no deck strength matchmaking in this queue, no. Correct. This is not an always on mode. It'll be available through Monday, and the queue is free to play in. And it is best of 3. No joking. I would assume part of my enjoyment of the format too is the fact that they have the queue as best of 3. It's no secret that I am a best of 3 gamer here on this channel.
I am in control.
So, assuredly, part of the Jeff likes it more is the, well, we can play best of 3. I'd actually be... These go back to their hand, right? But that's fine. I don't take them off the board. I'd actually be curious to see what the stats are on people conceding the match in this format after losing the first game. I bet there's a relevant. We haven't had that many today. I also wouldn't be surprised if that's something that's going to be kind of happen frequently.
Another minion never hurt.
Yeah, I guess we've been doing like relatively fair things so far today. Probably does vary depending on what deck you're playing. Our opponent doesn't seem to know that this has flash.
I prefer friends in low places.
How did I get the styles on my basic lands? Yes, they were in the shop. Do not want to trade my Tomebound Lich for their Cathar Commando, so let's attack the 4 here. All non-zombie creatures. Yeah, these are War of the Spark basics.
I have
Gas Plague Wind.
eyes as you die.
Full animation on that Planeswalker Unite move, chat. That was exciting. I think I am holding the Thoughtseize for post-Ledger Shredder here. Our best try here, like a consider. Show me your secrets. Huh. Both of these are kind of bad for me. This one comes down sooner though, so I'll take it. Build Jund Mythics for Gladiator. That sounds like a great deck. How easy is it to get into Runeterra? Runeterra is super accessible. It's very free to play friendly, and you can just buy any deck you want outright for like less than 30 bucks. Easily the most player friendly economy in any digital card game. They also have a single player draft mode. So if you like Slay the Spire style games, they have a a game mode in the client that's free to play that uses that style of gameplay. It's a great way to kind of dip in and get a feel for it. It takes about an hour to hit Adventure 6. Okay, that's a much longer than the average one of these promos. Hey, look! There you are. Thanks, Winmagus. Appreciate you.
When I win, I'd love feedback on which spell impressed you the most.
Creature card of their choice from their graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. None in there, champ.
Beware. I know some sickening magic.
Yeah, I can handle this job. I'll make it look good, too. Just how I showed you. You got this.
Is Ledger Shredder worth more than 4 loyalty on Tasha? Think so. That's true. We could assemble the Shredder and get it back. I don't want to just play out the Midnight Sky, though.
Keep your distance, mortals.
I can teach you a thing or two.
This eventually gives me 3 creatures out of their deck. That sounds great. Sack the Shredder again here, so that way the Bonecaller Cleric can bring back our other friend. I would like some of your friends, friend. Toxrill, you shouldn't have. This doesn't unite until 6, right? Yeah, so we got a second here. Oh yeah, and they should destroy the shrine here because otherwise the Toxrill's gonna get it. Oh yeah, I missed that our opponent appears to be playing like 140 cards. There has been a little bit of that in this queue. There's no ranked matchmaking here, so we've had a couple of like 150 plus card matches.
Fighting the undead is my specialty.
It's this way, their Kaya dies.
Defeated, then dead.
Classic lay the land demonic tutor here. Utility land, what I like. Probably just a creature land, huh? Oh, I already played a land for the turn, so obviously I should have grabbed that untapped one. Mistakes were made. That's fine. We'll just sack our slug and draw a card. For the slugs, question mark? Thanks for the slugs. And we can even draw with their slugs unlike them. I guess they might have a couple of blue lands splashed. You're playing the 8/8 Angel from the latest anthology? No, I don't think that Chroma is very good, even in a 100-card singleton format. It was like purely a cube card. That match was a real slugfest. We did slug it out. Esper Sentinel. Being on the play is really good, chat. Although I guess they didn't have an untapped white on one, so it'd been fine either way there. I'm gonna consider digging for a white source next turn. Oh, chat! The Mire Triton clears the brainstorm. It puts the brainstorm on the skin or else it gets the hose again. I assumed we were gonna lock ourselves when we cast that. Mire Triton actually cracked. What a perfect brainstorm in this 100-card singleton format. Just beauteous. Beauteous, chat. Beauteous. I wanna toss it ahead in the upward direction, Chip.
Magic.
Alright, do they remember Tasha's passive? They probably do, and they are really mad about it, Chip. Dear opponent, please don't kill me.
I'm a brilliant witch, right? Curses on you!
No fatty booms in the bin to start. $14 friends. Hey, thanks for the 42 months, McGee. Appreciate the 3.5 years. Welcome back. They're not just a 2-mana Doomblade in this deck? How is there no 2-mana Doomblade in this deck? Yes, I guess we'll take... I can't even cast... I mean, I guess I have to take Bale, right? I just didn't want to give them a card. Yeah, no Infernal Grasp or even Heartless Egg seems like a huge miss. Yeah, I guess we normally have something like Swords. I just don't have white mana. They don't have first strike mana up now, right? So I get to trade here? Need a bomb diggity, chat. Desperately need a bomb diggity. Where are my bombs? I think it's just Connoisseur. Alright, their last card's a land. You smell the burning rubber, chat? Good golly. And I can just cast whatever we draw at this point, so I think we Unburial Rites the Snooping Newsy. And grab a lifelinker. This is where the magic happens, chat. Right here on your screen. Don't touch that dial. We're dead, right? To play first. That's fine. Got a Waker of the Waves. We got a Reanimate spell if we find a cheap creature. You consider putting Agent on top of those lands instead of under it? I did. Would have been a stronger line for sure. Babe. So we're hoping to find a cheap critter to put into play so we can like bring back the Waker waves here. So we'll take the Tainted to keep churning. Oh, I guess this is pretty good, hitting the black source. To clean our friends out here. A land drop. That's good for us. Open on Consider. That's probably worth keeping against their aggro deck, huh? Let's do this in case we had a Thoughtseize. We're at a point where we're mostly casting our bombs now. Go land into Tasha plus her and then still hold up Plow next turn. I think I'd rather hold up Plow than cast Duress.
Give it your best shot, adventurers.
Active player, non-active player, this works out in our favor, right? This goes on, then ours goes on top of it. Sorry, friend. I assume that did not work out the way they thought it was going to. So again, when triggers happen simultaneously, the active player's triggers go on the stack first, which means they resolve last. Get you into some trouble like my opponent did there. Some friends, opponent. As card unites really quickly.
Oh, I love surprises, especially when they help me win.
Have we entered garbage time? Yeah, I think so. The audio has gone shit. Happy to have found you again with Unite content. Have some basic bucks. Welcome back, Matt Wood. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Unite's a ton of fun. We've had some longer Unite segments up on the main YouTube channel as well, if you haven't caught those. I've been posting some of my longer offline stuff to there. The last time you had Plowed Ritual, this game you had a long time. Usually, these aren't cards that go in the same deck list, and a lot of non-rotating formats where they're legal. So this is one that specializes from the bin, so we probably want to deck the halls with Bowels of Tifling. Oh, I could. This doesn't take red mana. That's a good shout. Yeah, I missed that. I'm gonna hold on to this for now, just on the off chance they have like a sweeper in their creature deck. The range of cards you could be playing in this format is wide, so. Okay, so they're dead in the air next turn with the Equip the Lizard Blades line. One of your finest double striking swords, please. Into a brainstorm. It's no kill like overkill, shit. Hey, thanks for the 38, Sousie. Your weekend's off to a good start. Game 3 here against the red-white aggro deck. Easy mulligan here on 7. I think I have to throw this back in this matchup. This hand's fine. We have a 2-drop at least. It's an okay stat line too. Keep the 2 and the 4 with 3 lands, I think. Life is swell here, Johan. Get ready to head to London for a week next week. You're part of the Pokemon Unite World Championships broadcast team. Should be a sweet tournament and a ton of fun. You've been double stricken, shit. It's a spell. I don't really have... I guess we could copy the Syndicate Recruiter. I've been out of the US before. Christy and I went to the Bahamas one time for a work trip for her. But that was at an all-inclusive, so not really. Never to Europe before. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have specialized this, huh? I wouldn't have gotten a thing back, but it would have been a 3/4. Yeah, I should have specialized this last turn. Specialize the sorcery speed only. Yes, we're only playing Gladiator this morning. Maybe play one more match after this, so we're going to swap over to Snap for a little while, then we're going to wrap up on some Genshin. Urquan, thank you for the 20 months. Welcome back. Specializes. Love to put that directly onto the battlefield. Heal for the time being. Oh, I technically didn't cast a spell, so their Storm Charge Slasher happens. It's a little unfortunate. Gosh. You're about to be double stricken, shit. Got a 10 power double striker coming across. Firmly sliding towards the dead side of the scale here. Alright, you need a reanimate spell for the Sarah's Ascendant. Spell for the Slasher. Fortunately died, shit. Fortunately died. Let's do one more with the Reanimator deck. A little bit of an awkward handed mulligan there. now half a, what do you call a century but months instead? Thanks for the, it's the big 5-0, Erdian. Appreciate the over 4 years. Lizard Blades won 2 out of the 3 games that match. This wasn't on our team for both of them. Huh. This card's cracked, shit. I'm gonna sacrifice the Heart Stabber to kill that. I shock this in to hold up removal spells here. So we can, like, kill whatever they play and then untap in City Stalker. Cute. Maybe I'm supposed to prioritize this, actually. Since we have, there's Shieldred in the bin. Playing like green-black self-belt, looks like. Only 1 black mana. That means we can't hold up Bind to Secrecy this turn. That's probably fine. Putting Stumbling pretty bad. Kind of surprised they didn't, use the blood token on their turn to draw a card, try and hit their 3rd. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think any of the unnerved cards feel like they're too powerful in this format. It's just really strange from a consistency standpoint. From what I'm used to the cards doing when I think about them in context with the digital ones. A full 10-card cycle of Uro Croxa style Titans. That's an interesting thought. Shit. Shieldred has Swamp Walk, chat. I was like, oh, we can't attack into their Death Toucher. We certainly can. I think a full cycle of Titans would be sweet, so long as they were like Croxa power level and not Uro power level. Swamp Walk, baby Swamp Walk, yeah. When you hit him with the Swamp Walk and then faithfully absence your Junie to kill them with the trigger. I think their logic behind using the unnerved paper cards, Lambton, was that they didn't want cards that are balanced for other formats to be balanced in their format. It's like the TLDR. It's like, it's not like they're balancing things around Gladiator when the Wizards balance team does it, right? Great, we have a solid curve here if we could draw a land or two. Perfect. And hitting the third land means Tomebound Lich makes us more likely to draw the fourth. I don't know what any of these cards do, chat. All readers to me. Oh, yeah, that's true. We don't have the digitally buffed cards of this format either. Yeah. I forgot we do that occasionally. I forgot there's like some relevant buffs other than just like making unplayable cards gain 1 toughness. Sting 1. Yeah, I would wager that's probably the case, Avocado. If Arena would let you choose, they would probably be fine with you playing either. But because Arena makes you choose, they picked not balanced. Thanks? I think our opponent is probably a little bit new to Arena based on the contents of their deck in that play. It's probably the case. The interface for Atris is usually pretty good, if I recall correctly. Discard the Regisaur, keep the Tutor plus the land for the Dream Trawler. Hey, look, Chad, our Delver flipped. It's a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent. Don't have any of those, unfortunately. We can, however, copy Atris. Just get a trigger off of him. So we just turn this attack trigger into a draw cards. This is such a weird take on Delver of Secrets. I will say, while the good games of this format have been enjoyable, it has reinforced to me how important having actual ranked matchmaking is to having a pretty good experience on Magic Arena consistently. And while obviously the latter isn't perfect, like this type of pairing ultimately feels a little bad. Are we the baddies? Yes, deterministically. That being said, they're dead here and the game is over, so whatever ever. We're gonna have to draw 4 cards, they're just dead with those blocks. Alright, I know I said that was gonna be the last one, but I'm gonna try and get one more in here so we get a be a little bit better match than that one. One more is control up next, maybe. We'll see. There's no rewards for this format, so we can just concede they're playing control. Get another one. That's fine. We'll ditch the mending. If we get a 3rd land, Champion of Wits probably propels us into more. Well, so, like, I feel like it's one thing if you're someone who's, like, playing, like, a real deck against people that are better than you, like, learning the ins and outs, but, like, that last match wasn't necessarily a non-match that felt bad because, like, my opponent played poorly. Like, the last match was, like, a non-thing because my opponent just, like, didn't have cards, right? And there's not a ton to be learned from games where, like, you lose because your opponent's cards are just better than yours because you're playing, you know, with what you have. And there's nothing wrong with playing with what you have on a platform like Magic Arena. It's just, like, the games don't feel particularly competitive from the other side when you're someone like me who just, like, has all of the cards, right? I can't imagine it's a super happy experience for the person that doesn't have a lot of game objects either. It's like playing a 10-year-old with a pre-counted F&M without the human interaction. Yeah, exactly. Correct, and the fault definitely lies squarely on the shoulders of Wizards of the Coast and their matchmaking algorithm, right? Like, ideally, even these unranked queues should have some kind of internal MMR-based matchmaking. That should mean those types of matches don't happen. Normal unranked queues have MMR, these short events don't. That's so wild to me that they have that interfaced in, but just don't do it for these style of events. All right, so we open on Duress here, and then hopefully the Plow can kind of get through to KO this. Okay, so if I take the make disappear, they can only counter unless I pay 2. And tell this to get plowed. Yeah, I mean, part of it's a queue time consideration. Oh, I guess they could do it for 2 and then 1. I think that's fine, though, right? We get 2 counters out of their hand, and then next turn we can bone charge this. I think this is still right. Please do. Seeking non-land, permanent card mana value 3 or less. Creature out of their deck. Return 2 target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. I can also sack the Champion of Wits and put it back into play, right? In trouble against the Ascended Spirit. We do have the Flash Storko here to give themselves a Oh, if I was gonna do this, I should have specialized first, right? So it would have hit from 2 more damage because it gets bigger. I always forget they get bigger when we specialize them. Top to card. Please just level your spirit. Okay. Alright, let's draw another removal spell, huh? Okay, so I can priest the I can priest the Dream Trawler next turn with the Unearth. Oh, I am shocked that we didn't equip the Shadow Spear to the Octopus. What are we doing here? We just bouncing it? Sure, I guess. I didn't just equip the Shadow Spear to the 2/2 and attacked, but I guess they don't know that my last card is a blank. Maybe they're worried about a Doomblade. Okay, but if they're worried about a Doomblade, they don't make this play, right? Yeah, but isn't like, if you're not going to play around the removal spell anyways, isn't trampling over and killing my thing just better? Or like making me not block in the first place, then you lifelink? Here to make cute plays, not good ones. Fair. It's definitely adorable. I do have to pay 3 life to escape this. That's probably fine. I guess I'm actually just chilling. There's no reason to rush here, right? Like with their friend the Dream Trawler coming into play. See the leg, hold the door here for a turn or two for Trawler to take over. Yeah. Alright, well, I think we start by seeing if we just get to attack with the Dream Trawler, right? That one is not particularly great in this matchup. So apparently TwitchCon reinstated a masking requirement for their San Diego event, which is good. And it's also gonna give me a really easy sightline of which other people in the Twitch industry we need to block or remove for being anti-mask, anti-vax dickheads. Really, it's just like a double blessing in disguise in and of itself. Get to look at all the people that complain about it. And they tapped out here, which is lovely, so we just get to kill their Sea Dasher Octopus. Good on Twitch, by the way, for doing more than the bare minimum. A lot of people are like, well, local health ordinances don't require masks or ask for proof of vaccination or negative COVID tests anymore. It's like, yes, they no longer have decided they no longer care. I don't know about all of you chat, but like the con flu or like being sick or having a cold and crap, even in the pre-COVID times, like always a thing. We realistically should have been wearing masks inside of large indoor spaces of people even before all of this. God flu was awful, and now it's God COVID. Yep. Christy and I got our box of N95s for our trip to London. We plan to do most of our sightseeing outdoors. Weather permitting. I assume being locked in a metal tube with other people for the 8-hour plane ride is the highest chance of transmission for anything. This game's probably going to be a little bit harder on the draw here. Blood for Bones is a card we'll almost assuredly discard that if this resolves. This is a card that's very dangerous to cast against the counterspell deck. I think I want Recruiter to resolve more than I want Gonti to resolve, so I'll lead on this one. Transmission is actually highest during loading and unloading on planes since the filtration system doesn't run during those periods. That's interesting. Oh my god, chat, it's been so long since I've been memory lapsed. Still feels about the same, in case anybody was wondering. We have assigned seats, so I just won't be one of those crazy people that needs to board the plane right away. Cheap flying blocker sounds great here, huh? What's going on, Metsu? Thanks for the almost 3 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. That's true. At least it wasn't a turn 2 memory lapse, so we had other plays to make. Maybe I was actually supposed to recruit her last turn when they were tapped out. I did know that, actually, Abyssal. Capitalism is certainly something. Get this into play now while they're tapped out. What's going on, Nevermall? You'll never lose a game because you went to 5 if you always keep 7. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. I technically should have let this thirst resolve before playing the Obstructionist. We gave them Ace, scotch more information to make their discard about. Oh my gosh, chat. Hoisted. Yikes. This thing flashes back too? That seems great. We're dead, Chip. This deck definitely seems much worse than the red-black one. We've died pretty awfully to everybody that was remotely aggressive. I can even put it. Yeah, I don't think I'd recommend this Esper deck. The red-black deck we played earlier felt pretty good, but this one's been real mid. I guess we get to be on the play for this third game. Maybe it's better. Chat, the only logic in not paying flight attendants and pilots for their time not spent literally in the air is because capitalism's goal is to pay everyone as little as humanly possible to do every single task. So that way they can concentrate more wealth at the very top. It's just the reality of it. A good reminder, chat, you should talk to your coworkers about how much money you all make. It is illegal in the United States to tell people they can't talk about their salaries with each other. There is a good chance you and other people in your same position don't make the same amount of money. And that's very stupid. That's more money that can trickle down, Jeff. They make more in the long term by not being paid. Oh, man. Big bucks, no spell pierce. Big bucks, no spell pierce. Big bucks, no spell pierce. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Best Stitcher supplier ever. I lied, chat. This deck is great. It's super easy. Just mill the nuts. Should have taken the clue, lol. Take our attacks here. They get their spirit back, but that cost them a card and I still have an Agent of Treachery. I'm gonna bounce my agent too. Let's play the land out first, so that way we can play around to counter unless I pay 2. We're going to play the Acolyte out as well here. I guess if I lead on this, Diviner would have gotten bigger, but I want this to play around the counterspell as opposed to this one. Nice. Open on this. See what that does. Just making this blue dabba dee dabba die. He says before getting unsummoned. Man, the audio is really struggling, chat. Like, we got, like, sound for, like, half of a second there, and then it cut back out. It's like, I have no idea what it's supposed to be doing. Just like, hold on to this to maybe copy the Agent of Treachery here at some point. The only constant in MTG audio is that Planeswalker voice lines play on mobile even when the audio is muted. That can't be a thing. That can't be real. It's been a bug since the client released. Alright, well, thanks for tapping out for that, friendo. Appreciate it. Alright, well, by being incredibly lucky, we have actually managed to best them on a blue deck. We were super fortunate to roll not only Agent of Treachery there, but also the Unburial Rites with our block. I really preferred the red-black deck. This was fine. This deck's probably good into the red-black deck, so it kind of goes over the top, but the things getting under you are definitely good at getting under you when you're playing something like this. All right, let's